Okay. Hey guys, how you doing? It's Tom. I'm outside because it's such a beautiful evening. I love this time of year when it actually feels like you're finally shaking off the last remaining shackles of wintertime, and you feel like spring is truly on the way. You hear the birds singing and tweeting, and it's really like quite nice out here, and for England anyway, in March. Incredible. Anyway, so what am I talking about? Before I get into the deeper aspect of this video, for my regular subscribers, I just want to update you on something. Some of you guys might have picked up on the fact that I've been kind of pursuing a ADHD diagnosis for a while now, because for a long time it's something that I really felt was impacting my life. Well, just to let you know, I had the diagnosis last month, and I have been diagnosed with ADHD, the combined type, and very much on the inattentive side as well. So basically, well, I probably have to make another video about that, because I could talk a long time, but I'm on medication now. I've only been on it for nearly, 4 days, so not very long at all. Probably too early to draw any conclusions, but I am starting to notice a subtle difference. Whether that's a placebo, I'm not sure, but I feel way calm. I feel like I have much more space, like mentally. I can focus on things better than I could. I feel more in the world now. And not getting lost in my head, or just having these kind of big foggy moments kind of descend on me. Yeah, that's about it so far. I felt a bit nauseous as well occasionally, but that hasn't lasted very long. I actually drank half a pint of beer, and I felt like I was gonna puke. So I think alcohol is a definite no-no, which is no big deal because I'm kind of off that stuff anyway. But yeah, I thought you should know, because now you can understand, hopefully, why I upload videos so infrequently. It's not because I don't want to, or because there's things I don't want to say, or for a lack of trying. It's literally just because just couldn't get myself organized. I found it, just the process of making a video and editing it and putting it through the computer and stuff, so, I don't know, it's like pulling nails out of my feet sometimes, I don't particularly like using technology that much. Ironic, I know, saying that on YouTube, but it used to overwhelm me, but now I'm finding it a lot easier just to kind of get shit done, basically. But what really interested me about this diagnosis was, for me on a personal level, it really explained one of the huge contributing factors in my life that has led and been behind having what I'm now about to talk about, and which I made a video about a few months ago. But it's a subject that I think I realized after some recent experiences is absolutely core to my being, and the more that I work at moving through it and healing it, the more I want to share that, for the hope that it helps other people, because I think a lot of people suffer from this, and it's no way to live your life. So what I'm talking about is toxic shame. Toxic shame, I believe, is really the underlying cause of social anxiety, especially if you have severe social anxiety that feels like gets in the way of you enjoying life. It obviously leads to depression as well, and pretty much so many mental health issues, I think, can be drawn back to this thing that has been labeled toxic shame. I think it was John Bradshaw who came up with this idea of toxic shame, and it goes right back to Carl Jung, who said that shame was the soul-eating emotion, because it is something that eats you up from the inside out and leaves you feeling empty and in pain. So you do everything you can to try and prove your worth and self-value as a human being by trying to impress people, or hide from people, or using attachments to make yourself feel good. There's many different ways that we can do that. And although these things, to some degree, everyone does a bit, if you have toxic shame, it takes over your life. It's like every waking minute, especially when you're around people. That's the point. You might feel kind of okay when you're on your own, but as soon as you're around other people, you're on alert. You don't feel comfortable. You feel a constant sense of unease, like you're walking on eggshells, and you are just trying to just think constantly of how am I appearing to people, how am I looking to people, are people going to like me if I do this, people going to like me if I do that, are people going to reject me if I do this or behave like this. And it's a constant, never-ending self-monitoring talk in your head. And it creates this entire paradigm of life where your whole life is based upon either trying to gain people's approval or to avoid their disapproval, because you feel internally, either consciously or unconsciously, that if you stripped away everything from your life that you may use to kind of solidify your sense of self, you feel that if that's all taken away, it's empty. And it's not only empty, you feel the pain of shame, being ashamed of your own existence. In the most extreme cases, people take their own lives because it's just, they feel so much self-loathing and self-hatred. And I think this shame, it seems to play out in two ways. Some people deal with it by just constantly putting themselves down, by trying to prove to themselves that they're worthless. Other people deal with it by trying to cover it up completely and be the good guy or girl and try and be perfect. That's definitely the trap I fell into. It was like, no one can see that I have this. I have to put on a front that I'm good, that I feel that I'm confident, that I'm doing cool things in my life, that I'm a good human being. But as I'm getting older, into my later 20s, and I'm realizing that's something I do not want to carry on through life doing. I want to be authentic, I want to be real, and I want to create and enjoy a life that is for me, whilst also helping others, but from a place of authenticity, not from a place of trying hard or doing it because you feel you should. But the way and the point of this video is to start your journey of healing. If you feel you have toxic shame, if you feel that you suffer from severe social anxiety, if you have a low self-image, a low opinion of yourself, if you feel like you can't love yourself, if you feel that it feels fake every time you try it, like there's some internal barrier inside, or maybe even you hear a voice inside your head. If you say, I love myself, a voice hits back immediately. No, you don't. No, you don't. Like, if you feel that that's you, then this is what you need to do. The whole thing about toxic shame, the whole aspect of it that is so insidious, is that the emotion, shame, by its very nature, it feels shaming to have it. So it hides. Shame wants to hide. It doesn't want to be seen by anybody. And this is how the ego will start to turn on itself, to try and protect itself from this really painful emotion. It will turn on itself in order to make you feel inadequate to ever reveal yourself in front of people. And that is what causes social anxiety. That is why you feel it. You feel it in your body, because it is this notion that if you reveal yourself in public, you're going to be humiliated, you're going to be rejected, you're going to be shamed. And on the deepest level of the mind, psychologically, in the ego, it equates that to death. And that's why people can have like full-on panic attacks, because their social anxiety gets so bad, is because there's a part of your mind that is equating this to you're about to die. And obviously the body reacts by completely freaking out, as you would expect. So what you have to do is you have to go direct to the source of this fear, which is revealing yourself in front of other people. Now, not just any old people, but safe people. People that you can trust. People who are also working on their issues, whatever their issues may be. So you need to find a group of safe people, and maybe you can start with just one person, a therapist or a counsellor that you feel comfortable around to start this. But the more people you can start to reveal this to, the better. And it'll start to empower you, and it'll start to give you a greater power over this monster, this gremlin that is trying to keep you small and keep you hidden from life. One of the reasons I started making YouTube videos was because I thought it would be a good way to try and overcome this. But what I've discovered is, to really actually overcome it, you have to reveal yourself in front of real live human beings. You can't just talk to a camera. You need to find people. And 12-step programs have been well known for being tremendous in this regard. If you're a guy, try and find a men's group. Same if you're a woman, find a women's group if you can. Or find somewhere that you can go, anywhere that is working on emotional intelligence or healing. There's many places. I had an experience recently, and it was incredible. It was really profound, and it really helped me a lot. So yeah, that's essentially the advice. That's what I'm telling you guys to do. You need to try and find safe people and start to open your heart about all this. Pour it out, all of the pain, all of the self-doubt, the self-hate, the emptiness, the lack of being able to feel love, whatever it is that you feel holds you back or makes you feel down or low or anxious or depressed. Find safe people and talk about it. Reveal it. Allow yourself to feel those emotions of fear, of anxiousness. Allow sadness to come up. Allow anger to come out. Whatever it is that you need to express and get out, do it. And do it in front of people, and you will feel so empowered, because you'll realize that you're not going to die. The ground isn't going to open up and swallow you. People aren't going to come and rip you to shreds or kill you or reject you or cast you out. You'll find your strength in this. It really is the old adage, your greatest fear is your greatest strength, if you can walk through it. And I know it's not easy, and I'm only just starting on this journey myself. I started last year by doing this stuff, and then got caught in my head and my mind, started to play games, started to kind of pull me away from it, and I'm coming back to this journey now. And with the added awareness and knowledge for me personally of ADHD, and understanding the effect that's had for me personally in giving me a low self image of myself, of not being someone who can get stuff done. I've just realized all the areas of my life that have impacted and contributed to this. So now it's time to heal it and move on and build a much better life than the one that I've been living up to now, a more empowered life. And I wish that for everyone else. So I will be making more videos definitely centered around this topic, because as you can tell, I feel quite impassioned about talking about it. I truly do believe that improving emotional intelligence and awareness is one of the most important things that has to be done now as we move forward in this century. I have had a habit of sometimes getting a bit down about the world. In fact, the last video uploaded on this website on this channel, I realized it's quite negative. It's like fear propaganda. So now I'm kind of moving a lot more towards just healing and being honest, being open, because we all feel stuff, and this way of just trying to act tough or pretend we don't, is really killing people from the inside out. It's eating away at people, and the more that you can own that in yourself, the more joyful and loving your life will become. I can promise you that. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video has been insightful, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.